Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. We have another gorgeous day here in Rockport. 73 degrees. Nice little breeze, nothing major. The sun is shining. No chance of rain. I could get used to this pretty easy. It's nice to come outside and not feel like you're going to melt. You know, guys, I was talking yesterday a little bit about the Monarch migration. And I remember reading before that Monarch butterflies only live to be 2 or 3 months. And I had assumed that when they migrated, they just kept it going, you know. If you started the migration, you might never finish it. But I learned about super monarchs. And the term super monarch butterflies, I got it right here, refers to the special final generation of monarch butterflies born in late summer that undertake the incredible annual migration south to overwintering sites in Mexico or California. They are super because they are biologically distinct from the previous generations and possess unique adaptations for the epic journey. The super monarchs, while typical summer monarchs live for only 2 to 6 weeks. Wow, that's even shorter than I had read before. The super generation can live for up to 6 to 9 months, nearly 8 to 10 times longer. They are the only generation that makes the full 3,000-mile journey south from the northern U.S. and Canada to central Mexico, or the California coast for the western population. The return trip north takes multiple shorter-lived generations to complete. And I think that's what I had read before and thought that was the whole migration. So that's pretty interesting. I don't know, it's interesting to me. And I've seen a lot of them today. We're at the tail end of the migration, but this cooler weather kind of triggered it off. What I thought was cool, and I'm over here looking for Luciano today. I got 3 pieces of mail, came in, birthday cards for him from Errands Pass, Providence, Rhode Island, and Quebec up in Canada. Back to the butterflies, though they have never been to the overwintering sites before, they use an internal compass that relies on the sun's position and the Earth's magnetic field to find the exact same specific forests that their ancestors have used before. That's pretty impressive. They cluster together in massive groups, sometimes tens of thousands on a single tree, in the high altitude fir forests of Mexico to stay warm and survive the winter. They store fat more efficiently than previous generations, primarily by using nectar and fall blooming flowers. They also use thermal air currents to get a free ride whenever possible, which is why they follow the coast. Pretty impressive. God definitely had a plan for the monarch butterfly. So Luciano's not over there. So I have the 3 cards here in the truck. And we'll look for him tomorrow. I did see Nancy over there, but I don't see Luciano around anywhere. Let's see who's in the booth today.
Have a good day.
We got waved through. I just need to go up here and... Well, you know what? I do kind of want to go up and see if the Dolphins are going to be around today. It's always fun to see the Dolphins. I need it. I come over here almost every time I go out just to drop some trash off into the bins. And if I see any of the work crew that I know, I'll ask them how our friend's doing that lost her home. I'm actually here a little bit later in the day than usual. So most of the guys I know go home at, they're here at like 5 in the morning and they go home at 2. Which brings us to the real question. Why did the lion eat the tightrope walker? Why did the lion eat the tightrope walker? Because he wanted to make sure he was getting a balanced diet. Balanced diet. Pretty good. If you notice, some of the tables back there were ribboned off. They had a construction ribbon around them. They had just painted the tops of the tables a real nice bright green. This is really the time of year when the crowds stop, that the people that work here get all their projects done. Hello, nice lady. It's an absolutely wonderful day, and again, I got one window all the way down, and the other window just cracked a little bit. I think if I roll both my windows down, I would get too much of a breeze on the microphone. But just because it's cooler out, I've noticed my camera can still overheat when we're kind of driving into the sun like this and it's coming directly through the window. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. The good thing is that cooling device that my buddy Matt got me, I have it right here, and if the phone overheats, I can put that right on the phone and it cools it down much, much quicker. So thank you, Matt. Very useful. I appreciate it. Oh, I also wanted to let my friend Mary know that there are mostly bottlenose dolphins in this area. 99% of the time, if you see a dolphin, it's a bottlenose dolphin. There's 3 kinds of dolphins in this area that you might spot, but 99% of the time it's going to be a bottlenose dolphin. And dolphins and porpoises are not the same species. Porpoises are usually cold water, and when you put them right next to each other, you can really see huge differences. So when I lived in Maine and thought I was seeing dolphins, I was most likely seeing porpoises. Here's how much the roads lean here. This little piece of sand while you're driving on it, it looks nice and flat, but if you watch the horizon there, which I do have level on the camera, you'll see it gets out of wonk really quick. I just thought we'd come up here and take a look for dolphins. No, oh, way out at the end of the channel here. Let me make sure there's none coming in. So at the moment, they are out along the wall and between that one warning sign out there. If you keep your eyes on the distance, let me try to balance the camera a little bit. See if I can get it a little better. Sorry about that. The camera wants to balance one way and the road has the whole truck leaning, so you got to go with the horizon, right? Let me set it right here. Keep your eyes in the far distance, kind of towards that very last pole. And you should see them kicking up every once in a while. I'm watching through my phone lens, so you guys should be able to see it better than I can. if you're watching on a device, a tablet or your TV. At least they're out there today. It's been a while since I saw a dolphin. It's been a few days. They found a dead dolphin down in Corpus Christi. That was on Padre Island. And that seems to happen this time of year. Hey guys, thanks for riding along today. Thanks for watching.